Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another Diary Cape episode. As you can see, there is a system update in the left-hand corner that is raids. I was going to try and get my agility level before that. I might be able to manage it actually, it's only a few more laps. But yeah, going to head straight over to raids for the beginning of this episode. No idea what to expect. It's probably going to fail spectacularly. Yeah, I'll probably get my ass kicked, but we'll see. As always, hope you guys enjoy the episode. I'll be back at the end to wrap things up. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Alright, so it looks like I managed to get that agility level 83. Only 2 left that I need to get for the Diary Cape. But nobody cares about that now. It's time to go and prep for raids. Alright, so day 1 of raids. I'm here. My clan chat is running a party, I guess. Really wasn't sure what to bring, so gone for a bit of a hybrid gear setup. Gone for the Hasta, just in case you need all 4 attack styles, or all 3 I guess. Some very basic magic gear, some very basic range gear, SGS, Dragon Axe, Dragon Pickaxe. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm quite excited though. We're just about to go in. I've been watching a couple of streamers and they're getting absolutely wrecked. Here we go. Holy shit, that lag. It's like fucking solitaire. What is going on? Alright, that's better. Doesn't help that I'm on a world with like over 300 ping. Not ideal. Oh my god. Oh dear. Let's try again. This is literally the first room. I just got smacked for a 50. So we got a different boss this time. We kind of figured out you have to use a pickaxe to destroy these crystals. You stand next to him, he's hitting like 88s. It's ridiculous. Good fun though. So I'm going to put raids to one side for this portion of the video. I did it for a little bit last night when it was released, but honestly, not knowing the mechanics of the boss was a little bit frustrating, and I think I'll definitely enjoy it a lot more and get a lot more out of it once people have figured out what you're supposed to do. I'm not at the forefront of figuring out these new PVM mechanics, so I'm quite happy just to wait a little bit and come back to it when I can enjoy the content a little bit more, I suppose. What I do want to talk about very briefly is the change that was made to how boosted stats work. If you're not aware, with the raids update, this new prayer was introduced. It's called Preserve, and essentially when this is active, your boosted stats last 20% longer. Now, before the update, boosted stats worked on a timer, and it would check every 60 seconds to see if you had, I guess, a depleted or a boosted stat, and then every 60 seconds it would go up or down, depending on whether it was depleted or boosted. And obviously you could log out, every 55 seconds, log back in, and the timer resets, and you could keep that boost indefinitely. That has now been changed, so it now works on I believe, I haven't tested this, but this is what people have been saying, it works on a 12-second, I guess, timer, and it checks every 12 seconds. The stat still goes up or down every minute, but you would have to log out every 12 seconds to keep that boost indefinitely, which is a pretty big change to, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it a feature or a bug or an exploit, but it's been in the game for pretty much, well, forever, and people use it for a whole bunch of things. In my case, I've obviously been using boosts for the diary tasks, and I can immediately think of 2 tasks that are going to be made more difficult. The Wilderness Elite task, where you have to create a rune scimitar from scratch in the resource arena. I think I've figured out how I'm going to do it, but it's definitely going to be a lot more tricky than before. And the Karamja task, where you have to craft a full infantry of rune essence into double natures, that's going to be made more difficult. Juggling the boosts for those tasks is definitely a lot more difficult now. What I would say is probably the biggest impact this is going to have is on players who want to use those boosts for a long period of time. So I guess in particular for Ironmen, say you wanted to get an Abyssal Whip, you could just get 80 Slayer, eat a Wild Pie, start killing Abyssal Demons, log in and out every minute, and you keep that boost. I can see the argument for changing how this mechanic worked. I watched the live stream, and Mod Ash explained his reasoning for not feeling too bad about changing it. I can understand it. Personally, I think it is a little bit unfair on people that aren't able now to use that exploit, mechanic, bug, whatever you want to call it. Whereas, people have been using this method of maintaining boosts for years. It's going to make my hardcore Iron Man journey a little bit more difficult, but that's just how it is. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that these two tasks I talked about aren't too tricky, but yeah, I have to say I was obviously not expecting this to come out with raids, and it is a little bit shocking. Yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. There's obviously people who feel a lot more strongly about it than me. People who are saying that you shouldn't have been able to exploit it in the first place, even though it's a feature that's been out since the game was released. And then there's obviously people up in arms with their pitchforks, saying that we need to bring it back. I don't think they're going to revert the change now, but yeah, certainly an interesting change, and it'll be interesting to see how it impacts people doing things like diaries, and yeah, especially Iron Man. I think it's going to be tricky for. And there we have it. That is 92 magic, the last level I need for all of the elite diaries. I didn't bother rushing to get this level because I needed to train agility anyways, so I figured I would get the level whilst doing that. I am probably going to go ahead and bang out the last two levels. It shouldn't take me too long. After that, I'll definitely go ahead and complete the Wilderness Diary. And once I'm done with that, I've only got Thieving and Runecrafting left to train. So Thieving shouldn't take too long. I think I probably will just do Blackjacking, and then I've got like 45 hours or something ridiculous of Runecrafting to do. But yeah, try not to think about that too much at the moment. And there we go, that is 84 agility, just one more level left to go, 300k XP, and I will be done with this skill for the foreseeable future, which is very nice indeed. And there we have it, that is 85 agility, the final agility level I need for the achievement diary cape. I can now actually do the Ardoin diary, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start working on the Ardoin and Wilderness elite tasks. I need to plant a Torstal seed for the Ardoin diary, so whilst that's growing, I'll go ahead and complete some of the other tasks. After that, I will get the 1000 kills for the Western Province diary, and I can go ahead and complete that. And then we just need to do the rest of the thieving and the runecrafting, and that's it. So yeah, getting really, really close now. Before I go and start working on the tasks, I'm going to head to the bank and take a gander at how many marks of grace I racked up during all this agility training, and figure out how much money I made. So in the end, I got 520 marks of grace, which is pretty decent. Each one is worth roughly about 9,500 GP if you trade them in for amylase crystals. So that comes to just under 5 mil in terms of pure cash. However, you can, of course, use the marks of grace to recolor graceful. If I was to use all of my pieces and color all of them, it would be 90 marks of grace total, because there are 6 pieces and each one is 15 marks of grace to color. So that means coloring a full set of graceful is really a cost of about 850k. I'm not really sure if that's worth it, to be perfectly honest. I think for the time being I will just keep these and figure out whether I actually do want to color these at all. Yeah, otherwise it's a nice bit of profit made on the side from agility, so I can't complain. Ooh, so I had to get some, I can't remember if it was sea turtles or manta rays for the achievement diary, but I actually got the angler boots on my first trawler. I need to get the full set at some point for the master clues, so that's pretty nice to get one of them out of the way. Alright, so this should be the final task I need to complete for the Ardoin diary. Lovely stuff. That is another diary absolutely complete. Let's go and pick up the rewards. Alright, here we go. Ardoin Elite Diary completed. I guess the very nice thing about this cloak is the unlimited teleports to the farming patch, which is nice for herb runs, of course, and a long overdue runecraft level as well. Very nice. The only task I've got left to complete in the Wilderness Elite Diary, I believe, is killing the 3 wilderness bosses. I think I'm going to need to get a bit of help from somebody doing that, so that will be next on my list. But after that, as I said before, going to finish up the Chompy kills and then do the Western Province Diary. And that is 1,000 Chompy birds killed. I can complete the Western Province Diary, as I said before. It wasn't too bad, actually. I think I was getting over 250 kills an hour using Void and Adamant Brutals, so it was pretty quick. Yeah, let's go and finish up the diary. And that is the final task I needed to do for the Western Province Diary, so I can now go and pick up those rewards. Alright, so that is yet another Elite Diary complete. I guess the nice thing about this particular diary is the upgraded Slayer points that you get. So Steve or Neve matches Duradel's 15 points a task. I can also go for the Chompy Chick Pet, which I definitely think I will try and get at some point, because I think it's a 1 in 500 drop rate, and you have 2 chances per Chompy bird that you kill, because you get a chance when you kill it and then when you pluck the feathers. So that's like an hour maybe, or like more if you get a bit unlucky. So that's pretty nice. Resurrection at Zora. I don't do Zora, but when I eventually get around to learning that, maybe that would be useful. Gonna go ahead and try and finally complete that Wilderness Diary. Do need to get those kills of the Wilderness bosses. Fingers crossed I can do it, and then I think I will wrap up the video. And with Vetion down, that should be the diary complete. There we go. Really messed up the safe spot on that one, but it doesn't really matter for 1 kill. Anyways, let's go and pick up the rewards. In case you were curious, this was my loot from 1 kill each of Vetion, Venenatus and Callisto. Pretty decent, to be fair. 450k. Nice way to finish off the diary. And that is yet another Elite Diary complete. Not too sure that the Wilderness has that many interesting rewards for me, but I will take the 50k rune crafting XP with grateful hands. Next up, thieving. Then I can do the Desert Diary, and of course after that, rune crafting for many, many hours. Very nice to see so many green diaries on this page though. And that brings us to the end of another Road to Diary Cape episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I certainly had a lot of fun in this episode. Very jam-packed, I feel, in comparison to recent Diary Cape episodes, so that's pretty nice. Really on the final stretch now, as I said before, thieving and rune crafting left to go. The thieving should not take too long. I think it's about 13 hours if I do blackjacking, a little bit more if I do something else, depends on my ping, of course, and then rune crafting is about 46 hours. Please let me know how you'd feel about the next episode. I could save all of that and do a finale episode probably at the end of the month, so probably have to wait a few weeks because obviously it's going to take a while to get all that footage. Or if you'd like to see an episode after the thieving's done, it would be a shorter one, but give you something to watch in the meantime whilst I'm rune crafting. I'm good either way. I'll be doing some stuff on the Iron Man, so hopefully get a few those videos out in between. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and give me something to think about. As always, I hope you guys have a really good day, a really good week, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I will be back next time. Thank you again for watching. Take care.